I'm gonna truly understand something forever. So I feel like it is important to involve you guys here because of course your heartbeat will go faster, you will feel certain pressure and discomfort, but that's what propels you to grow, right? So one thing I want to do right now, and that's going to be very uncomfortable for some of you, is I would like to push your comfort zone. And this is something that I sometimes do on stages. This is a variation of one of those tools. So in a second I'm going to walk around, which I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to look at you, and I want to sense who needs something like this, who still feels uncomfortable about getting to the stage. And I'm gonna pick 11 people, and it doesn't matter if you sit far away. It's a small stage, I can see. So I'm gonna pick 11 people, and each one of you will come up to the stage. We just have, I think, 3 mics, so we will just share the mics, and we will do an exercise. I'm gonna tell you what you have to present on. I'm gonna give you a topic, each one of you, and then the moment you get a topic, you have 30 seconds to present on it. And some of them are really tricky and related to trading. So let me, okay, I've got some people already. And I want to keep the pressure, so I'm gonna announce the people at the same time in a second. All right. All right, ready? It's gonna be, I'm kidding, I'm not gonna do it. I'm kidding, guys, I'm not gonna pick anybody. All right? I'm not going to do anything. All right, so... All right, so the question is, why this crazy guy is doing this? Why am I fucking around with you like this? Right? Why? You mean, it is funny, right? It's funny. I told my girlfriend before, I said, hey, I'm going to do this. She said, oh, it's going to be funny just for you. I'm like, well, it's going to be valuable because, so I'm curious, how did it feel? How did it feel? Especially those of you guys who are sitting in the front. I mean, I was looking at you guys, but you could at least like break the eye contact. But you guys, I was looking at you. Some of you, I was like literally, bam, looking right into your eyes. How did it feel? You don't need a mic, you can shout out. How did it feel? Not me. Good, yourself, right? What else? Nervous. Okay. Tell me about some of the feelings you felt in your body, some of the physical responses. Heartbeat faster, right? Right? Sweating. I can't imitate sweating now. All right, sweating. Cool. What else? What else did you feel? The butterflies in your stomach, right? Sorry, breathing, you said? Oh, that's smart. Okay, that's smart. So you're already ahead of the game. So you're already controlling the heartbeat. That's really cool. We're going to talk about it. How many of you felt that you started breathing much faster without control? Anybody here? You felt like, kind of this? You felt it, right? All right, cool. What about, sorry? Oh, I wasn't breathing at all. Actually, this is very common. This is why so many people pass out. I mean, right before important. It happens a lot, you know, people when they do important things, it happens that they literally pass out, they forget to breathe. So that's a big one. So I want to ask you now, what about your internal dialogue? What did you feel inside of your brain?
I was like preparing,
You were preparing?
Yeah.
So you're prepping, so prepping what would you be doing? Or how would you?
Just like prepping, yeah, like how to handle it if I have to stand up. Like,
okay. Interesting. You were getting ready. How were you getting ready? What were you doing?
Mentally visualizing myself up on the stage, looking at how I was.
Cool. So he was mentally visualizing himself on a stage. You ahead of the game as well. Great stuff. So, so I'm doing this because I want you to get familiar with this feeling. Because look, I could just talk about fear, but if you just sit there comfy and we talk about fear, you may not truly get into the topic, but now I have your attention, right? And now we know what we are talking about, and the reality is that this is public speaking, but this relates to life in many different ways. Whatever you will do in your life that's a little bit scary, you will feel very similar responses, right? Heart beating faster, sweating, negative internal dialogue. So one interesting thing about fear is that the responses you get in your body, the response of anxiety, is actually very similar to excitement, right? So think about it for a moment. So how do you feel when you feel excited? Heart is beating faster? Yeah? Okay. You're sweating a little bit? Yeah? You have thousands of thoughts in your mind? Super similar. It's almost the same thing. What is the difference between anxiety and excitement? Anybody would like to share what was the difference? Pain and pleasure. Okay.
Your perspective.
Mindset.
The mindset. Mm-hmm. Cool. Anybody else? Internal dialogue. Okay, so what's the difference in internal dialogue?
I would say that in...
Putting on the spot, right?
yeah, feeling the pressure. So from a fear perspective, I'd say there was a lot of negative inner dialogue,
Yeah.
whereas from excitement, you're positive and you're thinking about the results and how you're going to benefit from the situation. So it's much more positive inner dialogue.
100%, exactly, yeah. So I was about to say, the difference is that when you are anxious, you feel a lot of those bodily reactions, but you assume that it's not going to go well. Now, when you are excited, you don't even think about the outcome. You just want to be in the flow, you want to be in the zone, right? Now I am excited. I'm not even thinking, oh, I have another 20 minutes, what if this happens or that happens? Now, if I started thinking about it, then maybe some dark thoughts could pop into my mind. So this is the difference, and this relates to anything in life. So what I would say is the first way to control your fears in the moment is that instead of just run away from them, right? Instead of assuming that the fear is not there, pretending, trying to suppress it, you gotta acknowledge it, right? You're afraid of something, don't run away from the feeling, ask yourself, what do I feel? Okay, cool, it's beating, great, you know, it's pumping more blood, I need it. I'm breathing faster, I'm getting more oxygen, I'm getting ready to fight, right? So you get familiar with the feelings, you embrace self-awareness, right? And that's when you strip the fear from its power. So let me share with you a story. I'm going to share with you a story that's pretty interesting. Many of you may be thinking, no way this happened, but it is a true story. So many years ago when I was a student, by the way, I was studying at the same university with Ibs. Yeah, that's how we know each other many, many years